So the two new wide releases this weekend both include Willem Dafoe. So if you want to go see Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin, go watch Spider-Man, which I've already done 4 times, or go watch Willem Dafoe as a crazy circus man, because, you know, that's all he is now, just a crazy man. Nightmare Alley stars Bradley Cooper, Cate Blanchett, and Rooney Mara, and is about an ambitious carny with a talent for manipulating people with a few well-chosen words hooks up with a female psychologist who is even more dangerous than he is. Now, I know all of you are probably rushing to the theaters to go watch Spider-Man, which I do not blame you. I was out of town this weekend, and I saw Spider-Man twice, and it's still an awesome movie, but we're not talking about Spider-Man right now. We're talking about Guillermo del Toro's new movie, Nightmare Alley, which Guillermo del Toro he's a great director. I mean, The Shape of Water, come on, Pan's Labyrinth. Heck, I think Crimson Peak is super underrated. And of course, you have Hellboy movies. But with this movie, I like the cast, I like the trailers. I was like, it's Guillermo del Toro. I'm ready to see this movie. And after walking out, I can definitely say this is a fine movie, but it's not a movie I'm never gonna rush to go watch again, because what I just read to you, the IMDb story credits, yeah, that's the second half of this movie. The first hour and a half is basically the setup of Bradley Cooper coming to this carnival, meeting Willem Dafoe, meeting Toni, Collette, meeting Rooney Mara, meeting Ron Perlman, meeting all these strange people, learning the ways of the circus, learning the ways of manipulating people with his mind, and it's all a hustle. That's what it truly is. So he learns all the tactics and everything for the first hour and a half. And I'll say this, the production design and the look of the movie is beautiful. Wow. I mean, there's frames in this scene, like the beginning of this movie, the production value, the smoke, the rain, how Bradley Cooper is always smoking a cigarette in the entire movie. I mean, the noir feeling of this movie is outrageously gorgeous, and I loved looking at it. The sound design, the music, the costumes, everything technical about this movie is perfect. The performances by everyone is awesome. Toni Collette is really underrated in this movie. I think she's really good in this movie. But the standout is obviously Bradley Cooper. He's a great character, what he goes through from beginning to end. There's a great character development of him. And by the end of this movie, he's a completely different person and what happens around him. I really liked his character development. And of course, Rooney Mara's great. But everyone has their little parts that is very equal to this great performance and story. But that's the thing. The story is where it doesn't really land with me, because it was kind of just predictable. It was kind of like cliche. I mean, once Cate Blanchett comes in, the story picks up. Like, it's more interesting. That second half of the movie, when she and him are working together, way more interesting. I was definitely more into it. But that first hour and a half, I checked my phone twice. I was like, oh my god, it's only been an hour. I mean, that first hour, I was like, I'm loving the look of the movie, but I'm just not into this movie. I wasn't into it, and obviously in this theater, there was 2 other people, and they were down below me. I was in the top row, and they were on their phones, and I was like, I'm annoyed, but I'm not really annoyed, as I could hear Spider-Man vibrating through the walls. But listen, guys, this movie, it's really well made, it's really well acted. Guillermo del Toro is a great director. I just wasn't really into the story is all. I mean, it just wasn't a movie I was really into, but it looks beautiful. There's some great blood effects, of course. It is Guillermo del Toro, so there's always blood involved. And for the end of this movie, I was way more intrigued in how it ended and how everything wrapped up. But that first act, a little bit of the second act too, it was kind of a bore fest for me. I'm going to give Nightmare Alley a C+. So if you're a fan of Guillermo del Toro, I say go see it, because it is his movie. Watching this movie, I'm like, alright, this is a Guillermo del Toro movie. Just the lighting effects, the shadowing, it just looks like his movie. And there's great performances in the movie. But let's all be honest, we all know we're going to go watch Spider-Man the second, third, fourth time like I am this week. Anyway, guys, there's a lot of reviews coming out this week, so expect a lot this week. Anyway, guys, enjoy this one, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.